The air in Greybrook had changed. What was once a quiet village tucked away from the world now stood on the edge of something it could not name. Days passed, and the villagers whispered more than they spoke. Shadows stretched longer than they should. Children were warned not to wander past the boundary trees. The animals had grown restless. Birds flew in chaotic spirals, and even the river, normally clear and soft, began to murmur unsettling things. But it wasn't just the world around them that was changing. Elian could feel it, inside him. Pressure. A memory. A call. He had grown since the night he stepped into the whispering woods. He could move more swiftly now, feel the movement of things even when his eyes were shut. He could hear the weight of people's footsteps, distinguish lies from truth in the tremble of their breath. But still, something was wrong. Deep in his chest, there was a hollowness, a familiar ache, as if a part of him were missing, no stolen. And then, one night, that feeling answered back. It happened as the village slept. The wind screamed through Greybrook like a chorus of mournful spirits. Doors slammed, trees cracked, and from the forest he came, tall, gaunt, wrapped in robes darker than night. His face was obscured by a mask carved from blackened bone, hollow-eyed and cracked through the center. They would call him the Hollow Man. But Elian, he recognized the energy. This was no stranger. This was something ancient, something from the fall of the Guardians, something that had once stood beside him. The Hollow Man didn't attack. Not yet. He walked through the edge of the village, silent as smoke, watching, studying. And then, as quickly as he had come, he disappeared into the woods. But his presence left a mark. One of the barns caught fire that night. 2 sheep vanished. Only torn wool and trails of ash remained. And a child named Elian stopped speaking. Her eyes stayed wide, her body cold, but her lips refused sound. The villagers blamed Elian. They called him cursed. They said it was his fault. The strange events, the burning, the silence. They demanded he leave. Elian tried to speak, to explain what he had seen. But fear has a way of deafening ears. Even the blacksmith, once kind, refused to meet his eyes. So he left, not in anger but in sorrow. He returned to the forest, to the ruin where his guardian stone now glowed faintly in the dark. There he waited, unsure of what to do. And as he sat, the Hollow Man came again. Still clinging to the light, Elian? Even after what you lost. Still clinging to the light, Elian? Even after what you lost. Elian stood, but he was not ready. The Hollow Man laughed, a sound like bone breaking. And then they fought, not with fists, not with blades, with force, with memory. The Hollow Man struck with pain, with visions of Elian's failure, with echoes of the past. His old mentor falling, the guardian citadel burning, his hands stained with ash. Elian stumbled, fell to his knees, and the Hollow Man whispered, "You were never enough. You were the weak one. You let it all die." And in that moment, Elian believed him. He wandered the forest for hours after the Hollow Man vanished. His breath was heavy, his steps slow. The guardian stone no longer glowed. He collapsed beside the river, alone. And there, in the early light of dawn, someone found him. A child. Elian, the girl who had gone silent. She sat beside him quietly. Her small hand reached out, trembling, and took his. And then she spoke. Her voice, soft and raspy, broke through the morning air. "I saw you in my dreams. You held back the dark." That one sentence was enough. Elian's eyes filled with tears. Perhaps he had failed before. Perhaps he had been broken. But now, someone believed in him. And belief, even from a child, could build mountains. He stood again, not whole but healing. The Hollow Man had returned. But so had the fire in Elian's spirit. This time he would not run. In the darkest hour, it's not power that saves us. It's purpose. And now, Elian had found his.